Hi, Empress Justice here, and welcome to the April 2026 reading for, Pisces, Lord have mercy, Pisces. This is for Purva Bhadrapada, Uttara Bhadrapada, and Revati. If you are a Western Pisces, you're also welcome here. We want Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for this reading. Let's buckle in, okay? Now, 8 of Michael, this is the 8 of Swords right here. Got the Epiphany card, okay, and we have the person you're asking about is trustworthy. What's going on here? Okay, so what it says from the 8 of Michael, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. And then for Epiphany, which is the Hermit card, Archangel Raziel, joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. Thank you for helping me to have faith so that I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. Okay. So, person you're asking about is trustworthy. Now, what's going on here? I don't think this is about another person. I think this is about you. I think some of you haven't been giving yourself enough credit. I think some of you haven't been giving yourself enough credit. Some of you have been judging yourselves the way other people judge you. And you haven't been looking at things clearly. And because you haven't been looking at things clearly, you've trapped yourself in a mire of overthought. But the person you're asking about is trustworthy. That's you. You feel like you're not trustworthy, which is a lie. You are trustworthy. Okay? And I feel like what it takes, or what it took for you to kind of realize that you are trustworthy, is for you to spend more time with yourself. Okay? Now, this reading was supposed to be for the full moon in Hasta on the 2nd of April. So within that context, the full moon highlighted your 7th house. So your perception of yourself was kind of colored by your 7th house. It was colored by how other people treated you. And it was colored by how other people would see the situation that you are in. Now, the way to gain that equilibrium back is to focus on your 1st house. That's where the sun was. That's where Saturn was. That's where Venus was. So your 1st house was really, really important for you to come back to. Come back to yourself. Come back to what you know, what you feel, and what you understand. Come back inwards to your thought processes. And when you do, that's when you'll realize, hang on a minute, I'm not to blame here. If there are certain bad situations that some of you Pisceans might have been blaming yourselves for, not your fault. Yeah, you have to realize it. It's not your fault. So you have to kind of reconcile with that, and also reconcile with the fact that when good things are happening, again, if you've done good things, you have to go inwards to the thought processes that made you do that good thing. And that's how you start to realize, oh, hang on, this is what made me do that good thing that I'm proud of myself for. So where other people judge you outwardly, judge yourself inwardly. Where other people see things on the surface level, see yourself on a deeper level. That's what helps you gain a more realistic perspective of yourself, which I feel like many of you are trying to get back to. And I feel like many of you are trying to understand and trying to, gain some perspective on. So it seems like you're already doing part of the work when it comes to yourselves. But let's see what happens with your notes here. So we've got spiritual teacher, guru, special aid therapy or therapist, student and teacher, new teacher, young teacher, confused about a move, feeling out of place, behind the scenes work. So Some of you Pisceans might feel like you're in limbo because there's so much going on behind the surface. Like, you don't know what's happening. There's so much going on that is out of your control. And it can kind of make you feel like you're in a, like in a hanged man type of position. You got the 8 of Michael here. So this is a professional situation or a legal situation. It's like you've done all you can do. So now you have to leave it in the hands of other people, which you're not feeling especially okay about. But if you can't trust anything else, trust other people's self-interest. Okay? Trust other people's self-interest if you can trust nothing else. If doing what needs to be done to help you get to where you need to go professionally or legally is going to help other people, and something tells me it will, they are going to work as hard as they possibly can to make certain things happen so that you're happy. Because if you're happy, then they're happy. And this is in the workplace. This is anything to do with legalities or formalities. If you are happy, they're happy. If you are happy, things run smoothly. So trust other people's trust other people's self-interest if you can trust nothing else. Okay? And as for the spiritual gurus, yeah, I feel like you're your own spiritual guru. I feel like you're your own spiritual guru. I feel like you're your own mentor. You're doing something very similar to Ashleisha, whereas the more you feel restricted by life is the more you delve inwards to find something. And you find a whole wealth of information, a whole well of information. You might even come across new things that you didn't realize before. And it's making you feel a little bit alive. I'm not gonna lie. It's making you feel a little bit alive because you're coming into yourself. You're finding out things that you didn't know that you knew, and it's kind of exciting, you know? So I feel like you can trust yourself. You are trusting yourself. You're using this opportunity in which you feel trapped and out of control, and you're using it to delve deeper into yourself. This is a water sign's main strength. I swear down. This is a water sign's main strength, to go within when you can't control what's outside of you. You go within. That's your main strength all day, right? So that's what's happening. You are having an internal journey of self at a precise time where things seem to be up in the air in the logical world. When it comes to your career, when it comes to your profession, you're going inwards, and keep going. Keep going into that first house, because you know what, you're going to find something, and you're going to find something worthwhile. Okay? Keep going, keep digging, keep searching. You will find something. Okay? So that's all my beautiful, hold on. Is there something else? I don't have much time. I don't have much time. I'm going to have to, hold on. Yeah. I'm going to look up a couple more cards for you. Hang on. Oh. Pisces, I feel like some of you are feeling the worst, fearing the worst about enemies that aren't really that strong, or challenges that are actually not as hard to get over as you might think. I feel like you might be overblowing or overthinking specific challenges or enemies like that might not even be all that strong. It might not be even that big a deal. I feel like you might be giving yourselves a hard time when it comes to that. But then I got this. This looks good. Okay, I feel like, I feel like you thinking the worst about smaller things, it leads to you yeah, it leads to you setting up a foundation for yourself. Like, I feel like some of you are going to make lasting, yeah, it feels like when it comes to a domestic situation or maybe like a life situation, I feel like you're going to make changes. But they're long-standing changes. And I also feel like your family, some of you Pisceans, your family are going to rally around you. I feel like that's what's going to happen. So don't overstate your enemies or your obstacles. They're not as powerful as you think. And also, trust yourself. Go inward. And a lot of you are already doing that, so keep going. So yeah, that was for Pisces. That was for Purva Bhadrapada, Uttara Bhadrapada, and Revati. And also for Western Pisces as well, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. I have been Empress Justice. I'll see you in the next reading, all right? Peace and blessings. Bye-bye, my darlings.